Let me go to this mic. I need, let's see, Byron, where are you? Stand up. Mark Ottestead, you're going to stand up. You're on deck. John and Heather, you're going to stand up right there. Heather, you're going to stand up. And then Alan. Okay, we got some work to do. But in your program, this is called community. And these are not announcements. These are opportunities for you to engage and get involved. I'm going to start with Byron over here. Some of you brought books. How many brought books today? Christian books or used Bibles or books that will be on their way to India. Did we get a good pile out there? We got a good pile. Byron with GTI Hope is a good friend and partner of Barnabas, and we thought, hey, here's another way for people to engage. Everyone has books that they don't want on their shelves anymore, but they're Christian books that they could be used, and so there's a pile of them that will be put in a container, but we still have opportunity to receive some more. So Byron, I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to fly through a couple slides, and you're going to talk about that.
Yeah. So thank you for those of you who brought books, and for those of you who didn't, there's still lots of opportunities. We basically collect 25,000 used Bibles and Christian books, ship them to India. They're used there to make ministry happen in multiple ways, and then we do it again and again and again. So you can contact us through the gtihope.org/books. And we also need people to help us not only donate books, but help us select or set up collection centers. So advocates at your church or champions at your church or place of business. And we'd love to connect with you on that.
Tell us about, you have a dinner, an evening coming up. Tell us about that. I'll put the flyer up here.
Yes, we are really excited that we have our first banquet since COVID, right? And this is all about bringing the light of literacy and the gospel and the love of Jesus to unreached people groups in India and making disciples. And so the event is Saturday, October 1st at Calvary Church in Santa Ana. And guess what? You're all invited. It's free. And the only thing you need to do is bring a Bible, because for every Bible that you bring, we're going to give you an opportunity drawing ticket, and somebody is going to win a vision trip to India, and I'd love to have you go with me to India sometime.
Awesome. Thank you, Byron. Hey, his table is right outside the door, so when you go to leave, stop by that. There are some tickets for that dinner there. We have some Barnabas tickets. We're going to go to that dinner, but we're going to encourage you to come with us. You've got all the information on that. You can also bring, they could bring more than one Bible. They could bring boxes.
Yes, every Bible you bring, you get a ticket.
Oh, you get a ticket for every Bible. Bring the stuff that you're not using that can be used and leveraged in India. Mark, you got to start walking towards me because you are in the back corner. Come this way. This is Mark Ottestead. Mark, in the book, there's two things. One is a thing called Mentor Link Up, and the second is a coach training. Why don't you talk about that?
Okay, so I have a personal development opportunity for all of you. So how would you like to be a better spouse, a better parent, a better grandparent, or or a better friend or a better ministry partner? So how would you do that? For the last couple of years, Russ has been presenting us the opportunity of coaching as a tool to help you be more effective in your relationships. And we're going to take that to the next level now with leadership coach training. This is an opportunity. It's a 8-session small group opportunity of 3 to 4 people that meet 8 times to learn about listening better, to learn about asking better questions, to learn about how to expand a conversation and how to focus on it for prioritization and accountability. So it's going to be an awesome opportunity. We're going to start September 17th, and if that's something that might tickle you, we'd like to invite you to do that. Have some great leaders participating, and we invite you, men, women, come learn how to use some coaching techniques to improve your relationships. And the second thing is Mentor Link Up. Mentor Link Up is an opportunity that once a quarter we attract 100 men to come together with the idea of could we connect older men with younger men. Younger men being men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s with guys that have a little bit more seasoning on them. And so the opportunity is to have 3 cups of coffee. Would you be open to 3 cups of coffee with a younger man on topics that the younger man selects and to talk about it? And if you like each other, you can expand from 3 cups of coffee to 10. And so come talk to me. I'd love to share you through what we're doing and see if there might be ways to engage in the Barnabas community.
Thank you, Mark. Mark's table's over here. He's got his coaching material there, and I want to encourage you that. John and Heather, or it looks like just John. Oh, she's pointing. Just John. This is John Chapman. John and Heather work with Unidos in San Juan Capistrano, which is the town we live in. And we've become friends over the years. And we are going to go into their community. You can see it here. We have an opportunity in a couple of weeks. John, why don't you talk about that for a minute?
Sure. This opportunity is exclusively for Barnabas. We are going to make tamales, which is quite a unique opportunity to learn from some real Mexican-American residents from our neighborhood. And they will come in and they will teach you and maybe humiliate you a little as you can't figure out how to spread that tamal like they can. So it's a small group, and we look forward to having you and maybe just introducing you to someone new and building a relationship with an unlikely neighbor.
Awesome. We've done a SWAT with Unidos in the past, and you'll hear John and Heather share on our stage next year. What I love about this is we were talking and kind of brainstorming, what's something we could do? And he said, instead of coming, it kind of goes to you, Paul, come with a spirit of humility. Come and learn and just enjoy being in this community. And some of us don't realize that it's easy. And so on the 24th, I think we've got 15 spaces left. They will fill up, but it's a Saturday morning. If you're a Barnabas partner, it's in our email, our newsletter. Really want to encourage you to come to that. If you're here and you want to bring your kids to do and be a part of that, just sign up. Once it's full, we'll close it up. But we're looking forward to that. We're not going to eat the tamales. They're going to sell the tamales, which helps the work that goes on in that community. Thank you, John, very much. Two more. This is Heather. Heather shared with Sol Rafa back in May. And following that presentation, we did a SWAT, and a number of us went down. We were down in Dana Point. We spent a morning doing a SWAT with Sol Rafa, kind of brainstorming, and out of that came an action step. And it was, what's something that Sol Rafa needs? And we said, we want to help with that. Again, we don't want transactional relationships with ministries. We want relationship. And so we want to continue to walk with them. And so Heather has an opportunity, and it's a task for you to do tonight. It's in your book. Go.
Okay, so we need our Barnabas family to partner with us tonight to stress test the Sol Rafa Online Training Academy and Volunteer Management System. Do you know God calls himself Rafa, the healer? Sol Rafa brings healing to precious seniors that are living in facilities. By show of hands, how many of you in the room tonight know of a family member or a friend that is living in a senior care facility? How many of you might have a friend who has a loved one in this situation? And what you might not know is that 60% of those residents never get an outside visit. So by investing 45 minutes of your time in this stress test of our innovative cutting-edge tools, you're helping us to lead the fight to end senior isolation. And so Rafa is not just satisfied unless we can offer the best-in-class experience for our Sol Rafian volunteers and the older adults that we serve. So your critical feedback is really necessary, and it gives us quality assessment for performance and product improvement. So we know that the brain power of the Barnabas group gives us a tremendous advantage. I would say an unfair advantage maybe, right, Russ? But your individual partnership and collective contribution will take us to an elite level. With our rapid response team, we actually implement critical thinking iterations immediately. In fact, presenting tonight, we were inspired, and we've already streamlined our onboarding process, and it's going to print with that flyer in your book, page 27. So check it out, and our invitation is for each and every one of you to engage us all at once for the ultimate stress test. We want to know how much our system can take. We are ready to start onboarding volunteers and bringing them into facilities. So this action will better prepare us to recruit and equip the volunteer army. We're eager to be challenged by all the minds that are in this room tonight. I'm back here at the table, or you can sign up on our website, www.soulrafa.org, and click Join the Academy today.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather, very much. So the ask there is something that everyone can do. You can do it from home. You could do it from your office. Take 45 minutes and help stress test this. It's helping them take the next step. Alan, I'm going to just do one more conversation about an upcoming SWAT. Explain real quickly what a SWAT is, and then talk about the one coming up this week.
Okay, let me reverse that order, though. Let me ask you, first of all, how many of you know a veteran who has dealt with some level of post-traumatic stress or difficulties that come from that, right? Okay. Well, this Friday, there's quite a few people around the room. This Friday, you have the opportunity to make a difference in a ministry that is helping those veterans with post-traumatic stress. And you'll find on page 21 in the book information. There's a QR code there that you can scan to register. I came here tonight. I told Russ I got 4 openings. Since I've been here, we're down to 2.
Good.
2 more openings. First come, first serve. So scan that code and go register. Now, what is a SWAT? A SWAT is where a group of about 6 to 10 of us come together. In this case, it's via Zoom for about an hour and a half, and we're going to address a strategic question that this one ministry has posed to us. And it's the diversity of input that they get from this crowd that makes this so powerful and makes it work. Now, the most frustrating thing I hear when I ask people, hey, why haven't you come to a SWAT? Well, I have nothing to contribute. You don't get who's at work here. This isn't about you, okay? If you show up, God will use you, okay? Whatever life experience you have, it applies, okay? And if you're a first time, if you've just joined the Barnabas group, I haven't been able to convince Russ yet that your membership should be a contingent membership until you've done a SWAT. Okay, so sign up, join us. How many of you here have done a SWAT? Look around the room. Look at those raised hands. Go ask one of them if they think you should do a SWAT. Okay.
Wow, that was good. Thank you, Alan. It's a good sales pitch. Hey, a couple more real quick things. We do a thing following every summit. It's called the Virtual Open House. And on September 1st, 8 o'clock to 8:45, this is specifically for new partners or people that want to know more about Barnabas. Basically, you get to get on a Zoom call with me and ask any question you want. And I'll be there with one of our board members, and we'll just have a conversation about ways to get involved in Barnabas. Whether you're a new partner or you're looking at ways to get involved, you'll get a letter following this if you're a guest, and you'll get an invitation to join that. But I encourage you, if you want to learn more about what Barnabas is doing. For our partners, we have a breakfast coming up on September 22nd, 8 o'clock at Cappy's Cafe in Newport Beach. A networking breakfast is simply, we just have breakfast together and we pay the bill. And come and meet some of the partners in the group. It's a great way just to broaden your network, to meet some new people, to hear some stories. Encourage you to come. We usually fill these up. So I want to encourage you, make sure you sign up when you get that invitation. And then lastly, we have a golf outing on Friday, September 30th. It's 8 o'clock in the morning at Arroyo Trabuco. Again, just come and play golf. We're going to have a great time. We have 20 spaces available. And if you're a golfer and want to come meet some new people and spend the morning, you can sign up for that. And there's a registration link there, and you can pay for that there. Every Monday morning, if you're a partner, you get a news update. If you don't get that, let us know. It's probably in your junk folder or you have it blocked somehow, but that's how we're communicating with you about what's going on. Let us know if you're not getting that. If you're not getting that email and you're not a partner, you might want to become one. Then you get all this great information every week. You get to hear from me every Monday morning. We're just excited about the things that are happening in the Barnabas community. And what you just heard are some great opportunities to come alongside some work in India, in San Juan Capistrano, Soul Rafa to help with an online platform to learn about coaching or mentoring, to come around and do a SWAT. Who did I miss? I think I got everyone. There's some opportunities for everybody. I want to encourage you to respond to that.